Diabetes. Diabetes is classified in categories E08 through E13 in ICD-10. The type of diabetes is identified at the category level in I-10, while the fourth character is ID in the presence of any associated complications. The fifth and sixth characters are subclassified, which provides further specificity regarding the complication. In ICD-10, pre-diabetic or borderline diabetes is coded to R73.0, abnormal glucose. Three major types of diabetes: type 1, 2, or secondary. They're coded to E08, E09, E10, E11, and E13. Diabetes that is due to underlying condition is coded in E08. The underlying condition must be coded first. Secondary diabetes that is drug-induced is coded to E09s. The codes from E10 to E11 are not used for secondary diabetics. Sequencing of the secondary diabetic code is based on the category list for categories E08, E09, and E13. For E09, the responsible drug or chemical is coded first. Tells how the code the patient is missing that pancreas. Slide 8 is all that is. Patients with secondary diabetes who use insulin, and if they're on it for a long time, use Z79.4 for long-term use of insulin. If you're just using it to bring their sugars under control, you do not use that code. Sequencing notes should be put in order for the reason of the encounter. You can assign as many codes from E08 to E13 as needed to identify all of the patient's conditions. Diabetes with hypoglycemia may occur when an excessive amount of insulin is given, when a patient misses a meal, or they're under stress. This could progress to a coma. ICD-10 provides codes for this. E08 through E13 with 0.641 is with coma, then the E08 through E13 with 0.649 is without coma. Patients with diabetes are more susceptible to one or more conditions that affect renal, nervous, and peripheral vascular systems, especially the feet and eyes. Patients with diabetes are prone to develop complications that affect the kidneys. Diabetes renal complications are coded to E08 to E13 with 0.21 for diabetic neuropathy, 0.22 for chronic kidney disease, or 0.29 for other renal complications. Patients who have both diabetes and hypertension may develop chronic kidney disease. As a result, 3 codes are required. First code, the diabetes with renal manifestations, E08 through E13 with 0.22. Secondly, code the I-12 or I-13 with the fourth character of a 0 with chronic kidney disease stage 5 or greater, or a fourth character of 0.9 with chronic kidney disease stage 1 through 4 unspecified. The third code would be your N18 code to state which stage of chronic kidney disease. And I've given an example. Diabetes and eye diseases. Retinopathy due to diabetes is coded to E08 to E13 with 0.3 and a 7th letter. Diabetes with unspecified retinopathy is E08 through E13 with 0.31. Non-proliferative diabetes retinopathy, mild, is E08 through E13, 0.32, moderate is 0.33, severe is 0.34. Proliferative diabetic retinopathy, E08 to E13 with 0.35. Then you have to have a 6th character added to it to identify the presence of macular edema. And you can read about the cataracts, and then I gave you an example. And then peripheral, cranial, and autonomic neuropathy, chronic manifestations of diabetes. E08 through E13, use 0.40 for unspecified diabetes with neuropathy, 0.41 mononeuropathy, 0.42 polyneuropathy, 0.43 diabetic autonomic polyneuropathy. Point 44 is diabetic amyotrophy, and point 49 is other diabetic neurological complications. Gave you some examples. Diabetes and circulatory complications. PVD without gangrene, you code to E08 to E13 with 0.51. If it does have gangrene, you do 0.52. Diabetes with other circulatory complications is E08 to E13 with 0.59. E08 through E13 with 0.61 is diabetic arthropathy. 0.62 has skin complications. 0.63 is oral complications. Ulcers of the lower extremities, especially the feet, are common in complication of diabetes. E08 through E13, 0.621 is diabetic foot ulcers. Code first the additional code first the diabetic foot ulcer with an additional code of the specific site. You'll use L97.4 with a fifth digit, L94.5 with a fifth digit to specify which side of the foot leg. If gangrene is present, use 0.52 as an additional code. Other manifestations of skin ulcers are coded to E08 through E13. Use 0.622 as on the end, and then use additional L codes to specify the site. Organic impotence coded to E08 through E13 with 0.40 or 0.51, and then you code N52.1 for E. Diabetes without indication as to whether the condition is due to neuropathy or peripheral vascular disease. Use codes E08 to E13 with 0.69 and an additional code for the complication. Non-diabetic hypoglycemia, you code to E15 with coma. Use to tell if it has a coma or not. Use your points. And then E16.2 is drug-induced hypoglycemia.